Gaffer, first league game of the season tomorrow, Sheffield Wednesday here. First off, since Oxford, we've welcomed 2 new players to the group, Nick and Alfie. How are they settling in?
Settled in really well. We had a game against Ebbsfleet behind closed doors a couple of days ago. Both lads, Alfie got 45, Nick got about 60. Nick was really bright, looked a threat, skillful when the ball goes up to him. He's good at holding it up. He can link play. He's a threat. He wants to run in behind, and he's a very, very good finisher. Alfie's obviously more experienced. He's had big exposure at Chelsea, Sheffield United, so more experience. Both settled in really quickly. Both will be in the squad tomorrow.
How important is it to get some minutes into them nice and early?
It's important because I think Nick's had 2 45s and Gilchrist had probably had a little bit more than that. So they're probably about between 250 and 300 minutes behind a lot of the other lads. So you need to catch up quickly. But luckily for us now, we've got Saturday, Tuesday. So in them 4 games, hopefully we can get a couple of 90 minutes into both of them, and then their season's up and running.
And some more positive news in the squad. Phil Chineda has signed a new long-term contract with a club. How much does he deserve that?
He deserves it. He deserves it on the profile that he has, but that's not the be-all and end-all. His profile now needs to mature into developing an understanding of the game. And at the moment, he's still got so far to go in understanding tactical details, awareness around him. But like I say, we'll start to coach him properly now, and he deserves a contract. He can be anything that he wants to be. Phil can be a Premier League player. Honestly, he can be a Premier League player if he concentrates, if he gets his head down, because physically he already is a Premier League player. So he deserves it. I've been really pleased with him. He started to knuckle down. He stopped being late. He stopped being sloppy. And I think the loan at Barnet under Dean Brennan would have done him a world of good, because he's playing every week, but he's also, I know Dean, I like Dean, he doesn't mess about, and that's what managers need to be. Tell them what is needed, expect them to produce on the pitch, but if they don't do it, tell them in no uncertain terms, let them improve, coach them. So I think that Dean's done a good job with him. He's exposed him to, I think he played about 20 games last year, so that's good for us, and hopefully now he can become an established member of our team.
And going back to last Saturday, a great win. Having had the week to look back at it and reflect on it, have your views changed at all?
Not really. Again, we're playing a team that was very structured, that can cause you problems if you're not at it. I thought 15 minutes first 15 minutes we weren't at it. But other than that, they had one diag where Subto just made a mistake and they had a shot, Baxter saved it. They had one where they got out from a throw-in and the lads cut in and hit it wide. Apart from that, like nothing, like no opportunities given up against a really, really strong team. But now the big stuff starts. Now the proper stuff starts against what is a magnificent football club. So we need to take everything that we've been working towards from pre-season, both socially, both our characteristics, our game management, and obviously the tactical aspects of the game as well. We need to take that forward now.
How's the squad looking off the back of last weekend?
Yeah, I've got too many now.
That nice problem to have?
It is a nice problem to have, but at the moment the feeling in the squad is very, very good, and I'm glad we went through the Carabao Cup, because it means that at the moment, I obviously don't know my strongest team yet because we haven't been exposed to proper games. But sometimes you have an idea, and sometimes when a manager says he doesn't know his strongest team, that can be a negative. I don't know my strongest team at the moment. That's a real positive, because I've got 6 lads that can play wide for us. I've got 2 or 3 lads that can play as a 10. I've got 4 lads that can play centre back for us. I've got 2 lads that it's 50-50, a toss of a coin, that can play left back, because Sompto's come in and done fantastic. But James Morris for me is a very, very good left back at his level. So that's a really good problem to have, and hopefully now the players that have got the shirt can keep it. But I'm a big believer in the guys that are underneath that. If they train properly and push, they'll either get in, or the lads that are playing every week are doing that well because they're being pushed by them lads. Then it makes for a better atmosphere on the training ground, and obviously that impacts results, it impacts performances. But I'm going to be fair to everyone. Whoever's training the best, whoever's playing the best will get an opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're Isaac Hayden at his age and played however many Premier League games, or Phil or Zekabura who are just starting out their career.
You were asked on Saturday about how Aaron, Reg, Ollie and Will getting on.
Will's back training today, probably not going to make the squad, but he's going to join in light today. He might be fit for Tuesday. I don't want to take any risks with Will. Ollie O'Neill will be probably training middle of next week. Aaron Conley's going to be a few months. Reg, he's back. He's doing every bit of training with the sports scientist. He's not back full training yet. So again, I would imagine before we see him on the pitch, it'll be another couple of months.
Sheffield Wednesday to come, a huge club at this level, as you touched on. They've obviously had a dark cloud over them, which seems to have lifted. Now, as a player, when that cloud does go, how much of an impact does that have on you?
Well, owner of football clubs, when they take over clubs like Sheffield Wednesday, should never run into problems like that. It's such a big football club, I mean, did he finish minus points last year? Zero points. Every time I put the TV on and watch their highlights, away fans full, brilliant attendance, and on 0 points. Amazing football club. Every time at this level, shouldn't be at this level, should be nowhere near this level. Obviously I'm in my 40s now, mid-40s, so my memories of Sheffield Wednesday are Premier League, Chris Waddle, John Sheridan, who got Shez was someone who gave me my opportunity in coaching. I played for Shez, I worked alongside him, Sheffield Wednesday legend, scored against Man United in the cup final at Wembley. So yeah, my memories of Sheffield Wednesday, huge football club. So yeah, hopefully now that they can get behind the mess that they've been in, because a club like that should never be in the mess. And I'm sure, listen, if you finish above Sheffield Wednesday, Luton, Leicester this year, you'll have a good season. Big club. Like I say, proper Sheffield people are proper people, love the football, shouldn't have been put in that predicament. So I wish them all the best, obviously.
So they had a winning start last weekend as well. I'm sure they've had lots of changes in personnel through the summer. What kind of team are they?
They've not actually had that many. They've had changes, but it's not like a complete overhaul. So I thought they'd done well in the game in certain aspects. Bolton could have scored quite a few goals, but again, Bolton are a strong team. Very difficult, because the game before that they got beat 4-0 at Oldham. So it's like you got beat 4-0 at Oldham, then you're going to beat Bolton 1-0. The variations in the way that they played are so extreme that we can't really take much too serious. It's like you can't read into. I can't give the players too much information at this part of the season, because we don't have actual factual evidence over a period of time to give it to them. They might play the same as Bolton, but they might not. Bolton don't press as aggressively as us. Bolton was a little bit high with no pressure on the ball, so therefore their out to in runs were a threat against Bolton. We'll try and negate that, but listen, they've got some good players, and they'll be a tough test. I like it when it's a tough test at the start. It gives you a guide. I think we're in a good place. I like the squad, I like the feel, I like the numbers. We're probably one shy of where we want to get to in terms of squad numbers, but I like everything about us. So this is a good start to go, okay, listen, after this game, this is where we're at. We might need improvements in certain aspects, but also it'll give us a good benchmark. We played Oxford last week, a little bit different because the stadium were full, and now it's given us a good benchmark for against Sheffield Wednesday. He'll be right up there.
Yeah, third weekend in a row that we're here for a game. We've won the last two, but Saturday's going to be the first time that all four sides are open. Just how much are you looking forward to that?
Oh, listen, the stadium being full is a huge factor for the players, but I still think there's been a good feeling about them two games, the Oxford and the Antwerp games. So listen, we want to get to a place where we're competitive in this league. For Leyton Orient to be competitive in this league, for me to do my job as well as I can possibly do, we need our supporters on side, on the journey, pulling the same direction. They're the biggest part of this football club, along with the owner, obviously, and the people that own the club and pay the bills. But without them, we can't achieve nothing. We're up against some massive clubs, massive budgets, and for us to get that extra 1, 2, 5%, our supporters can be that. So we expect it to be full of energy, full of noise, and let's take the game to them.